son and Brian.
Okay.
As you are familiar, Brian, more recent, was committed a murder.
Yes.
Okay. Body was jumped in Silani. So I don't consider that very safe in my neighborhood. What is your provision for people like him or me, in my case, because one time somebody knocked at my door, and I opened the door, and the first thing that I saw it was like 6'7" people in front of me, and my wife could be easily taken over.
Yeah.
Would you recommend to keep a firearm at home?
So we can talk about that. So if you all heard, his question was, what can he do to protect himself? A few months ago, we did have a homicide on his street. I want to reassure you, though, that particular neighborhood, we don't get very many calls. That was an extraordinary situation. That was, we're still dealing with that in the court system. But to your question, in Michigan, and we discuss this routinely at our meetings, you do have the right to protect yourself. Within your home, if somebody comes into your home, you automatically have the right to protect yourself. You do not need to retreat when you're inside of your home or go to the furthest corner, that type of thing. If somebody enters your home illegally, they're not welcome there, you feel threatened, you have the right to protect yourself and your family by whatever means you feel you needed at that time. For this situation where you said somebody's knocking at your door, Officer Wojtovich, what would you tell this gentleman if he's got people knocking on his door and he doesn't know who they are, and then he feels threatened?
Sure. First, I'd say you have people in your door.
Okay.
Install that if you do not, so you can at least look through the door instead of opening it up. The last thing you want to do is ever open your door if you don't recognize someone. So I would suggest getting one of those little peepholes to put in your doors. If you don't recognize a person, don't answer the door, or you can yell through the door. No, I don't know who you are. Please leave. A lot of times they will, but I suggest never to open the door.
Before I go and open the door.
Yeah, don't ever open the door because that allows them to make entry into the house then.
Yeah, and they have had, it's been on the news, they have had people that have been coming to people's doors and saying, I'm from the water department, I'm
Right.
from DTE and everything like that. They're fake people. Always, when you go and when a person says he's from the water department or the DTE, ask for a badge. If he does not show a badge, call the police department.
Yep, call the police
Do
department.
not let them in your house. And they target old people.
Yes.
They love old people because they know old people will let them in the house. And once they get in your house, they take your money, your jewelry, whatever you have in your house.
Yeah. All right, so officer, you passed the first question. Good job. He's absolutely right. If you don't feel comfortable, don't answer the door because, like he said, they can then get their foot in the door, forced their way in. If somebody's on your porch and you feel threatened, or if there's a situation where you don't feel safe, don't open the door. Keep the doors locked. Call 911. We'll get somebody there as fast as we can.
I don't know if this makes any sense, but when it's not curiosity, but you need to know. I mean, who is a business or is somebody else's.
Right.
So what I do, just a recommendation, I don't know if it's right or not, because sometimes they come in pairs. But if they knock in one door, I open the other door, and then I question from far away from them. And normally, they say, oh, the gas company, electricity, whatever,
You know, I mean, if that makes you feel comfortable, but I would still suggest, just like Officer Republic said, don't answer any door. If you don't know who it is, if you don't feel safe and comfortable, don't even open that door, because depending on who it is, it could just be a matter of seconds before they run to that other door, right? Now, like we said earlier, I would definitely recommend, shouting through the door if you have a little window, that type of thing. Because the other thing we talk about when we talk about preventing burglaries and invasions and that type of thing, because sometimes people will come to your door and they may knock just to see if somebody's home, especially during the day. They'll knock on the door, and if nobody's home, then they figure it's not occupied, and then they'll try and kick on the door or force entry that way. So that's why maybe even just shouting through the door, through the locked door, will at least give that person an idea that somebody's there. I'm going to move on, but yet you're not exposing yourself to a possible situation by actually opening it. Does that make sense to everybody? Irene?
I keep a pair of harness squares to the door that I have in my hand.
She'll use it.
The doors.
I'm not a doubt in my mind. Yes, Commissioner?
I've got two issues. One of them is pedestrian safety. The other one is homeless people. And pedestrian safety, and I pay attention to this, the reason the white lines are across Telegraph, and it'll say walk and don't walk, or other streets, or whatever, people don't pay attention to that. And with the cell phone society, they'll go right out to cross the line. I've seen little baby strollers and people pushing them, and they gotta go between two cars around in front of them. I would hope that the purpose is to correct the problem, not to punish. Police officers would tell people the reason those lines are there and try to do some kind of enforcement. And before I continue on my second one, I want to thank the police officers for the service they do to the community. There are people that actually appreciate your good work, although you don't hear it every day. So anyway, thank you for your... My second one, and I'll give you an example. I work downtown Detroit, and on the Springwells Bridge, there were 6 people living under the bridge. And because it's illegal, I had to work with, it took 6 months to get this done, 6 months, but I got with the Michigan State Police and MDOT, Wayne County DPW. They got 2 huge truckloads full of garbage out under the bridge. Also, those 6 people were offered resources, a place to live. They were offered counseling. So we had mental health folks there, we had the state police there, all the resources. And by the way, 6 out of 6 turned them down as far as resources go. There's also a homeless guy living down here right by Ramshorn in the woods. And so we're starting to get cold weather. And those people, I call them the invisible people. Most people don't even pay attention to them, but I do. We have resources for the police department. One of those resources is ChristNet. We've got other resources. And we've got Fishes and Loaves for hungry. We've got Gleaners. We've got Wayne Metro. And we've got others. People can